Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Daniel McGuire here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about UCI 101, kind of what to do and what to expect from the time you get accepted to the time you become a student on your first day of campus. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to it. Okay, so once you get your acceptance, my one recommendation is to try going on a tour of the campus or try looking up as much information as you can on the campus. You know, like this video is meant to help people out, or any of my other videos in particular, or anything else that you could find on the internet to try and really get a sense of what you want to do with the campus and what to expect. Now, after you do all this information research, then you kind of have to submit your intent to register, your SIR. I think the deadline is May 1st. I could be wrong, but that's what you have to do for the following step. And once you submit your intent to register, then the college is notified that you're going to enroll. So they are preparing for that. And then if you don't intend to register, then they pull your spot and give it to another student who is on the wait list. So definitely try looking up as much information as you can about the campus before you submit your intent to register and see if it's really for you. Okay, so this upcoming spring in 2020 is a little different due to the circumstances with social distancing and UCI canceling a lot of events. So it is going to be a little different because you're not really going to be able to go to the campus and go on a tour with a lot of other people and see it. And UCI Day will probably be canceled, where you would normally see like the dorm tours, you would go to faculty like advisings, and you would really just kind of see the campus with a lot of people there. You probably won't be able to get that experience, but I could just tell you right now that UCI is very big. It's a very large campus, really open, and it's a heavily commuter school. So just kind of weigh those options. And if you're watching this video in the future, you know, do go to UCI Day. It gives you a good idea of what to expect your freshman year, whether you be just leaving high school or you're a transfer student from a community college or another college, and for that matter, just kind of that allows you to kind of see the campus with a few faculty advisors and kind of just get a little taste of what to expect. Okay, so the next one is once you submit your intent to register in May, then you kind of have to wait until June for the next feedback from the campus, and then you're going to start filling in your financial aid information. But the most important thing now is SPOP. So SPOP is a 2-day orientation, one night. It's mandatory for all freshmen or incoming students, and you kind of have to go to this event, and it's really just you getting acclimated to the campus. You're around other older individuals who kind of guide you to the campus, and then you go on tours of the campus, you go to advisings. And SPOP is very important in particular because this is where you register for your fall classes. So the earlier you sign up for SPOP, that means you're going to have an earlier window for that fall quarter. If you go to SPOP 1, you're going to have first dibs, for the freshmen at least, you're going to have first dibs on any class that you want. And versus if you go to SPOP 10, you're going to have less options because SPOP 1, SPOP 2, so on and so forth would have already taken those spots. So your schedule could really get thrown out of whack, and you can get a really bad schedule your first quarter there because you went to a later SPOP. And all it is you just kind of going on advisings, you see a couple faculty members, you talk, you kind of just see the campus, and then you spend the night and you stay up all night, you talk to your peers, you talk to everybody, kind of get a sense of where everybody is, and just really kind of your first time really on the campus. So SPOP is the next big milestone, and that's in summer. I would say around August to September, I think, is when they do them. And school starts late September, so they really just try and hammer those in right before the school starts. Okay, so after SPOP, then your enrollment window is based on your standing. So the more units you have coming out of any particular area, whether that be high school or community college, that's your enrollment window from there forth. SPOP is the only time where you will be able to enroll ahead of other people who may have more units than you. So again, I just advise going to an earlier SPOP before they fill up, because this allows you to have first dibs for your first quarter, and you could be enrolling before some people who have, 20, 30 units more than you. So that's another thing, is the unit count. One unit difference could mean the difference between registering on a Friday or a Monday. It just depends on, how many students have that same amount of units. And I know a couple of my friends, have registered 2 to 3 days after I do, because I came in with, I think, 15 or 20 more units than they did. So it makes a huge difference in when your enrollment window is. And obviously that enrollment window, as I've mentioned in prior videos, allows you to build a better schedule and really just get whatever you want in first dibs. Okay, so after you submit your intent to register and you go through SPOP, you're officially, going to move in now. And then the move-in day for UCI is the weekend before week 0. So around 3 or 4 days before your first class, just to really kind of get you acclimated to the dorm life and to your roommates and to your dorm. And it's just kind of a first come, first serve basis as well, If you get there first, you get first dibs on which side of the room you want, or if there's bunk beds, whether you get top bunk or bottom bunk. It's kind of based on that integrity system. You really just have to go in as early as you possibly can on your enrollment window and just make sure you're not late, because then you're going to be able to decide what you want. But if you're late, then you're not going to have that luxury. Your other roommate would have got there first, and they would be able to declare what they want. And then you kind of have to like suck it up and then decide what they want because they did get there first. So that's another thing that you kind of have to look at, whether you want to get there early and you want to sacrifice waiting around a little bit before you get into your dorm, or you get there a little later and you really just play the odds and hopefully nobody else got there before you. All right, so now after you moved in, then you have a few days to kind of lounge around the dorm. You kind of mess around with your roommates. You can kind of mess around with your dorm mates. You can kind of have a little bit of fun. You know, there's no real school yet. You're still kind of getting acclimated to the college life. You kind of hang out. You can hang out with your RA. They give you advice. Your LA as well. They give you advice. And then from there, you know, that following Thursday, you know, you start school. That's when you really just, your first day of classes is that Thursday of week 0. So you have a few days beforehand to really just get accustomed to how you're going to wake up, how your routine is, how your roommates are. You have a few days to work out all the little kinks, and you know, you can talk to your RA or LA if you're having any issues, but that's kind of the way it works for your first, you know, move-in day before you really go to school. All right, so that's really the transition that you're going to make from the time you get accepted to submitting your intent to register, to going on a campus tour potentially, to then going to SPOP or the mandatory orientation, to then moving in, to then deciding how you want to live, and to then meeting your roommates and everything. You know, that's your timeline that you're roughly going to go about. And, you know, good luck to everybody who's been accepted. Whoever's on the wait list, good luck. And yeah, good luck to everybody. And I'm going to intend to make a second video kind of like now transitioning from your freshman year to your senior year, and then your progress that you're going to have to make through your years to really get to be able to graduate on time. So thank you for watching, and make sure you like the video.